Ever pondered why the hardest person to love often seems to be yourself? It's a peculiar paradox, isn't it? You're stuck with yourself every second of every day, yet sometimes you're your own worst critic. That's where the concept of self-love comes into play. It's about embracing who you are, acknowledging your worth, and growing beyond your limitations. Now don't get me wrong, this isn't about becoming a self-obsessed narcissist. No, it's about cultivating a healthy relationship with yourself, sprinkled with kindness, patience, and understanding. And how does this lead to personal growth, you ask? Well, when you start treating yourself with love and respect, you create a positive environment for change. You become open to new experiences, opportunities, and growth. Sounds pretty amazing, right? But here's the kicker. To master self-love and personal growth, there's a secret ingredient. Something we like to call shadow work. Shadow work. Sounds mysterious, doesn't it? But it's not as spooky as it sounds. Let's unravel the enigma. Shadow work, in essence, is the process of exploring your inner darkness or shadow self. It's a term coined by Swiss psychiatrist Carl Jung, who believed that our unconscious mind holds parts of ourselves that we've hidden, suppressed, or denied. It's like a secret room in the mansion of your mind, filled with feelings, thoughts, and experiences that you've locked away. Think of it this way. Imagine you're an artist and your life is a canvas. Over time, you've painted over parts of the canvas you didn't like, covering them with bright colors and pleasant scenes. But those covered parts, that's your shadow self. Shadow work is like peeling back those layers of paint to confront and understand what lies beneath. But why, you may ask, would anyone want to venture into their inner darkness? That's where self-love and personal growth come in. You see, shadow work isn't about wallowing in darkness, it's about shining a light on it. It's about embracing every part of yourself, the good, the bad, and the ugly. It's about acknowledging that your flaws, insecurities, and fears are as much a part of you as your strengths, aspirations, and joys. To illustrate, let's consider a tree. The tree that you see, with its sturdy trunk and lush foliage, represents the conscious you. But underneath, hidden from view, are the roots reaching into the dark earth. Just like the roots of the tree, your shadow self forms an integral part of who you are. It's only by acknowledging and understanding these roots that you can truly nurture the tree. So shadow work is essentially a journey of self-discovery. It's about bravely stepping into the unknown with the aim of emerging stronger, more balanced, and more whole. It's about becoming the best version of yourself, not by ignoring the less desirable parts, but by embracing and transforming them. Now that we know what shadow work is, it's time to delve deeper into how it works. Shadow work isn't a magic trick, but it can certainly feel like one. It's a journey into the deepest, darkest corners of our psyche, where we confront aspects of ourselves that we've been avoiding or suppressing. This might sound scary, but it's actually an enlightening process that can lead to profound personal growth. Imagine going into a dark room. Initially you might fumble, stumble, and perhaps even fear what lies in the darkness. But as you spend more time in it, your eyes gradually adapt to the darkness. You start to see shapes, objects, and before you know it, you can navigate your way around. Shadow work operates on a similar principle. At first, it's about acknowledging that you have a shadow self, the side that harbors your fears, insecurities, and negative emotions. This isn't easy, as our instinct is often to deny or suppress these feelings, but it's only through acceptance that we can start the process of shadow work. Once we've acknowledged our shadows, we start to understand them. We ask ourselves why we feel a certain way, what triggers these feelings, and how these triggers affect our behavior. This involves a considerable amount of introspection and self-analysis. It's like being your own psychologist, peeling back the layers of your psyche. The next step is integrating these shadows. This doesn't mean letting them take over, but rather acknowledging their existence and giving them space within us. By doing this, we take away their power to control us unconsciously. Instead, we make conscious decisions about how we respond to our triggers. Throughout this process, it's important to exercise self-compassion. It's not about beating ourselves up for having these shadows, but about understanding, accepting, and integrating them. This process might seem daunting, but remember, it's not about achieving perfection. It's about embracing our whole selves, shadows and all, and using this understanding to grow and evolve. Understanding and accepting your shadows can be a powerful tool for transformation. But how exactly do we do it? Stay tuned as we delve deeper into the steps of shadow work in the next scene. The journey of shadow work is a journey into the unknown, but don't worry, I'll be your guide. Now, let's delve into the nitty-gritty of shadow work. It's a process, a journey, a trek through the wilderness of the self. But fear not, for we have a map. It's not a straightforward path, but a spiral staircase leading us deeper into our own psyche. Let's break it down into 5 comprehensive steps. First, we have recognition. This is where you identify the shadows lurking in the corners of your psyche. It's like turning on the flashlight of your mind and scanning the dark corners. This can be a bit daunting, but remember, these shadows are not monsters. They are merely parts of you that have been neglected or repressed. You might identify these shadows through recurring patterns in your life, emotional reactions that seem disproportionate, or even through your dreams. Second, we have acknowledgement. Once you've identified these shadows, it's time to acknowledge them. This is not about judging or criticizing these parts of yourself. Rather, it's about saying, yes, you are here, you are a part of me. It's about welcoming these parts back into the fold of your consciousness. It's about reconciliation. Next up is understanding. Once you've acknowledged these shadows, it's time to understand them. Ask yourself, why are these parts of myself hidden in the shadows? What experiences or beliefs led to their repression? This part of the process can be a bit like playing detective with your own psyche. It can be challenging, but it's also incredibly rewarding. Following understanding, we have integration. This is where the magic really happens. It's about taking these newly discovered parts of yourself and integrating them into your conscious self. It's about saying, you are not just a shadow, you are a part of me, and you have a place in my life. This can be a transformative and empowering stage of the process. Finally, we arrive at transformation. This is the result of all the previous steps. It's about growing from the experience, about becoming a more whole, authentic version of yourself. It's about shining a light on the shadows and transforming them into a source of strength and wisdom. Each of these steps is crucial in its own way. Recognition and acknowledgement help us identify and accept our shadows. Understanding helps us make sense of them. Integration allows us to bring these parts of ourselves back into the light. And transformation is the beautiful result of this challenging, rewarding process. Some tips to help you along the way: be patient with yourself. Shadow work is not a race but a journey. Be gentle with the parts of yourself that have been hidden away. Show them compassion and understanding, and remember, it's okay to ask for help, whether that's from a friend, a mentor, or a professional. And of course, don't forget to celebrate your progress. Each step on this journey is an accomplishment, a testament to your courage and commitment to self-growth. Remember, the goal of shadow work is not to eradicate these shadows, but to integrate them, to transform them. It's about finding the gold in the darkness, the wisdom in the shadows. Shadow work may not always be easy, but it's definitely worth the effort. You might be wondering, what's in it for me? Well, let me tell you, the benefits of shadow work are immense. Imagine a tree. It's strong, tall, and magnificent, right? But what you don't see is its intricate root system beneath the surface, feeding it, supporting its growth. Shadow work is like that root system. It's the unseen yet vital part of personal development and self-love. Let's delve into the benefits of shadow work. Firstly, it cultivates self-awareness. It's like having a flashlight in the dark corners of your mind. You might stumble upon some old, dusty thoughts or even a few cobwebs of forgotten memories. But don't worry, that's all part of the process. Remember our friend the tree, it needs both the sunlight and the soil to grow. Similarly, by illuminating these shadowy parts, you're actually nurturing your own growth. And speaking of growth, that brings us to our second benefit: personal evolution. Think of it as an upgrade to the latest version of you. Shadow work is like installing the newest software update for your mind. It allows you to debug those pesky mental glitches and enhance your performance. You're not just living, you're thriving. Now let's talk about our third benefit: improved relationships. We all have that one friend who always pushes our buttons, right? Well, guess what? That irritation may be a reflection of your own shadow. By acknowledging and integrating these parts of yourself, you can better understand others and foster deeper connections. It's like turning your social life's volume from a whisper to a symphony. Next up, we have increased creativity. You know that frustrating feeling when you're trying to think outside the box but you feel like you're stuck in a rut? Shadow work can help you break free. It's like unlocking a treasure chest of untapped ideas and inspirations. It's not just about painting a masterpiece or writing a novel. It's about living your life creatively, seeing possibilities where others see dead ends. And lastly, we have enhanced self-love. Shadow work is like giving yourself a big, warm hug. It's about accepting every part of you, even the parts you'd rather ignore. By embracing your shadow, you're not just loving the best parts of you, but your whole self. It's like looking in the mirror and saying, I see you, all of you, and you are beautiful. So, there you have it. From self-awareness to personal evolution, improved relationships, increased creativity, and enhanced self-love, the benefits of shadow work are as vast as they are profound. See, shadow work isn't just about confronting your darker side, it's about embracing your whole self. So, are you ready to embark on the journey of shadow work? Let's take a moment to reflect on what we've learned today. Shadow work, a fascinating concept, isn't it? It's like a treasure hunt within ourselves, seeking out and embracing those parts of us we've kept hidden in the shadows. It's about facing our fears, our insecurities, our guilt, and our shame, and welcoming them with open arms. We've discussed how shadow work is a process, a journey of self-discovery. It's not a quick fix or an overnight solution. It takes courage, determination, and perseverance. But the rewards are immeasurable. Through shadow work, we can cultivate self-love, achieve personal growth, and improve our relationships with others. The steps to shadow work are simple, yet profound. It starts with awareness, recognizing our triggers and understanding our reactions. Then we dive into introspection, exploring our feelings, and asking ourselves why we feel the way we do. And finally, we arrive at acceptance, embracing our shadows and integrating them into our conscious self. The benefits of shadow work are life-changing. It helps us break free from self-limiting beliefs, overcome destructive patterns, and make peace with our past. It allows us to live authentically, to be true to ourselves, and to shine our light into the world. Imagine having the courage to face your deepest fears, the strength to confront your darkest secrets, and the confidence to embrace your true self. That's the power of shadow work. So, I encourage you to embark on this journey. Explore your shadows, embrace your imperfections, celebrate your uniqueness. See the difference it makes in your life. Remember, the journey to self-love and personal growth begins with you. So start your shadow work today and embrace the person you truly are.